convincing this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Spare Room, Jack Kelly. I thought about the music I was going to play, didn't think about the intro itself, just sort of bopped in like a dad. You know, like, this is an isolation for me, this is just retirement. You know, I'm very happy to be here. Anything Goes was the first gig I ever did in front of people. You know, do you remember them? People. You know, and it's nice to know that my demand from an audience has stayed at the same level. You know, but I'm happy to be here. Those that might have seen me before, probably not, but I usually talk about, on stage, that I work in a supermarket, and I do stories about that, and don't know if you've paid any attention to the news over the past few weeks. Turn out it's quite an interesting place to work recently. I won't bore you with all the details, but I had a guy today, and I saw he was buying boxes and boxes of laxatives. And I thought to myself, oh wow, that poor sod. He's sat at home with his 5,000 toilet rolls and he's determined to use every single one. You know, fair play to that man, fair play to that man. Apparently though, I'm a key worker. Which I don't understand because our store is nowhere near a metal platform built parallel to a waterfront for loading and unloading ships. Key worker. It's a good one, that, Jack. It's good. Why are you lying to yourself? Like, I'm knackered, right? I've done this 3 times. The heating's on. I'm roasting, right? So we'll crack on, right? Because I want to drift away from the comedy. Some of you might say, oh, but Jack, you're already in the middle of the fucking Atlantic with it. You know, to which I said, fair enough. But, you know, tonight I want to pay homage to Anything Goes, and the different, you know, Anything Goes is what it says on the tin. And tonight I want to have a go at some of the other underfunded art forms. So first off, I'm going to become a magician. There you go, I'm now a magician. That was my first trick. For my next trick, I'm going to take this hat, this regular hat here. Oh, nice hat. Official Blues Brothers merchandise from when I saw a tribute act. Don't judge. And yeah, 17. Nothing in it. Until now. Oh, and what's that inside? Oh, it's a Chas and Dave album. Oh, what's the single? Rabbit. 95% of my generation won't get that joke, and it's a real shame. It's a real shame. I tell you what I'll get you. Musical instruments. I can play a musical instrument. My generation will get this. Right, okay, here we go. This song goes like this. Oh, Kia Stama. Oh, Kia Stama. Doesn't have the same ring to it, I'll be honest, but you know, we'll go with it. Alright, okay, that's fine. What's next? Ventriloquism. I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. His name's Frank. At the minute, I'll be honest, I picked him up and that's not very impressive for a ventriloquist to do. But all of a sudden, oh look, he's alive, isn't that great? I met Frank because he comes into our store between the hours of 8 and 9 in the morning because the government deem him as vulnerable. Frank, what have you got to play? What have you got to say to the ladies and gentlemen at home? You'll clap for Boris. All right, you silly old man. Back you go. All right, okay. Right, this bit, right, is I don't even need to write any crap jokes around it because I'm going to do some poetry for you, but I'm going to do some poetry that I actually wrote. I wrote a poem for my girlfriend, and firstly, I'll say there was a printing issue, right? Because this was meant to be A5, and it turned up A fucking massive, right? But I wrote her a poem. I can't remember what for Valentine's Day or for an anniversary or for when I'd done something wrong. You know, one of those times where you have to just buy a present. It was for them. And I want to read this poem to you. There she is there. And because I will say, if you don't like cringing, I'd turn off now because this is going to turn you inside out. Okay, right, it's called Orange Blossom. Right. The glimmering turquoise nebula beaming at the centre of a flawless gaze. What's a flawless gaze? Across the way is a grin, a giggle, and a glow, broadcasting gleefully to the world. Thesaurus.com, by the way, in case you're wondering. Mucky jeans and boggy boots, a leaping bobble and flying tartan, soaked, sodden, and sopping, with no care and never any worry. This is about her jumping in a puddle. We went for a walk on New Year's Day, that's the photo there. She jumped in a puddle because it was raining, and I wrote this. That's what I did. The fanfare of her delight echoes out, raining over the city below, with a laugh that travels for miles, accompanying her splash in seventh heaven. Fucking seventh heaven, it's a puddle. Igniting the sky with atomic tangerine, warm like the equator, and as welcoming as home. She gently wades the water, the puddle stills, and her smile grows. That's her, I think to myself. That's my orange blossom. And it's called Orange Blossom because she's ginger. That's it. That is literally her hair colour. The most amazing thing about that was the acting that she had to do when I gave her. Is that? Oh my god! Did you write that? Yes, we can put it on the wall for everyone to see. Yes. Oh my god, I'd love that. It's been fucking behind that desk for 2 years. I only remembered it today. It's going back under that desk. Yeah, right, okay, right, we're nearly at the end now, because I'm running out of steam, I'll be honest, because I'm very warm. Okay, right, I want to end with a song. I did want to, originally I was going to have Blazing Squad come in and perform for you, but it was really hard to socially distance them all in our small flat. So I'm going to sing the song, and the song is one that I hope you will relate to, and one that really, you know, touches you and brings a tear to your eye. Okay, thank you very much. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. The song goes like this. If you're going to San Francisco, that's a £90 fine because that is not essential travel, you know. Read the rules.